He thought he was getting a room in an apartment. He goes in, it's a corner of a room in an apartment.
Whoa, a corner of
a room.
A corner.
A corner. And there was no bed. You know what there was? This is the most insane. It was like a piece of thing like that dangles down, and it's like a plastic bag that holds you up, and so you sleep like standing up pretty much. Like you're leaning in this bag.
How do I not crumple and fall?
I think you could lean into it and it holds you up slightly.
Or maybe you just take the bag, you put it on the ground.
I know, but he saw multiple people like...
What do you mean?
It's a room, corner of the room, so there's three other people.
Four other people, and there. It's like, in the Matrix, there's a like...
It's a pod.
And just...
I've been looking for suits.
Why? Oh, yeah, for the wedding.
Yeah, for a few weddings. I'm going to Oren's wedding, I'm going to some other wedding, and I'm going to... Claire's brother's wedding.
Okay.
So yeah, and I have to buy a suit because the suit I have is from 2000. I don't even know, like pre-pandemic suit.
Yeah, it has like
2018.
those things on the front here, like
it's
the 70s.
really, it's like Austin Powers
really,
suit.
You have a bolo tie.
It's
pink with flowers on it.
Well, I thought it was still like, but I thought it was still good. But
Yeah,
I looked.
It's good.
Well, I looked at it. There's like there's a cigarette hole.
There's a cigarette hole?
Yeah, someone must have burnt me.
It's true. You only wear it for parties.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things are going to happen.
I know.
Mishaps.
I know. And so I was like, okay, I need to find a suit. And I was looking at all these suit places. Suit's not that expensive, actually. Like, you can get, like, a pretty decent suit for, like, $250.
It's not a decent suit.
Oh, you can go to, like, a store, and they make it look like it. Now every suit's the same. Every suit is... I'm not going to go to a tailor and get a $3,000 suit.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't get angry. I have a feeling you had this argument with your girlfriend and you're taking it on me.
No.
$250 is way too low for a suit.
It's good. You go to Simon's, get a suit.
No, you go to a men's suit place. There's one on Saint-Hubert.
I'll go to Moore's.
No, Moore's.
I'm not buying a suit. I don't care. It's $250, $350 at the most.
Listen, I don't care. If you don't care, trust me, there's no one. Dude, you could go in a bag of potatoes as far as I'm concerned.
Look, okay, remember back in the day,
yeah.
I would agree with you back in the day, you would go to a place like Moore's.
Yeah.
It looked like a bunch of shits. It was a horrible place. Yeah. Or you go to these places. You go now, it's all literally meant for millennials who can't afford a home. It's all just like, okay, we hired like all the big suit designers. They all got fired from their jobs. They only hire Italian guys in Italy now. And then the rest of us all work at Moore's and Simon's, or Zara.
Okay.
So and I was looking. I was like, look, these suits look really nice. $250 at the most, $375. I'm like, this looks great. This looks like really good. It's all like slim fit and cool.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I may, because I had this conversation with my brother. I went to Ottawa last weekend. I visited my brother. You gotta buy a suit that fit your body style. Mm-hmm. He bought a nice suit, but it doesn't fit his body style.
I know.
Now you're European. You have a European.
Not yet.
Like, oh, I'm European.
I was looking at people online. Not people. I was looking at suits online. There's like all these nice, cool suits, and then Claire was like, "How about a brown suit?" And I was looking at the guy in the photo, and the guy is literally just a line. Every part of him is a line. Yeah. His torso's a line. His leg is a perfect line. His nose is everything's a line. If I wear a brown suit, I'll just look like a turd. I'd look like a brown turd. I'm all like,
"Hey, everybody!"
Exactly.
Hey, will you marry me? A wedding, you can go funky. You can wear whatever. Yeah. What I'm talking is not the color. I'm talking there's different cuts.
Yeah.
Like if you're tall, you can wear like this lapel is thicker or whatever. Yeah. Or if you're thin, it gives you a volume. Yeah. If you're fat, it elongates you. Yeah. So there's different styles of suits. Yeah. And each is suited to whatever body you look like. So what I recommend, don't buy it, but go to like a men's store. There's one, as I said, on Saint-Hubert. It's just a men's, it's a store.
And rent it?
No, you go and you're like, hello. And the guy's like, my friend, you want a suit? And you're like, yes. And he's like, I make you a suit. Or like, let's find you a suit. And he's like, he looks at you, he's like, okay, you are gay. He's like, no, I'm European. Ah, okay. So let's get you Italian cut because you are Italian.
Okay.
And then he's like, there's something wrong. Maybe the legs. He's like, oh yeah, I'm half Greek. And then he's like, oh yes, you have Greek legs. And then he'll find you pants that are a bit wider to hide your deformity or whatever. And then he'll customize it. It's gonna be maybe like $400.
But hold on, 400
max.
Oh,
cash. We'll negotiate.
I don't care. I don't.
Brother, I don't want
to deal with it. Okay, wait.
because you
maybe.
can either get a $250 suit that will look on you okay.
Yeah.
Or you can get like a $400.
I bought a $250 suit that looked okay. It lasted me.
Plus they'll tailor it to your measurements or whatever.
Well, every place does that crap now. Like they go click, 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 zip, zip, zoom, 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 Mazda 3, you know, and I'm fine. I don't want to.
For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, I love going to men's stores to buy suits.
Well, unless Rogan, I'm open up for Rogan and he tailors me a suit before his show. There's no way.
That's like a $3,000.
Yeah, there's no way I am ever gonna do that.
All I'm saying is that now that you have a hot body, you can reward that hot body.
But for a suit, I don't care.
For a suit, yeah, because you're gonna wear it like 4 or 5 times, right?
That's nothing. That's like 4 or 5 days of my life.
This is stressing you. I can tell your legs are shaking.
No, it's actually not stressing me that much. I'm actually okay. This is just me on a. I was, you know what it is? I ate. I was hungry all day. I didn't allow myself to eat.
Okay.
Really screwed up my mind. I was going crazy, and then I ate.
Oh, you want to hear something interesting?
Yeah.
So I've been testing myself, and last week I did it, and I'm like, you know what? I could do it. I fasted for like 40-something hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was very good. People haven't done it. It's really fun. You should try it. You fast for 48 hours, and something funny happened. So maybe 30 hours in, I got horny, so I rubbed one out, and then I came, right? Because this is what happened when you rub one out. And then I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten in like 40 hours.
Whoa, what?
So the cum is made of the fat.
Yeah, it's like
I'm cumming my fat.
Yeah.
Like they say.
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Because the sperm is made 24/7. It's not like women. All the eggs are made when they're still in their mother's womb. But jizz is made. It's a union job. It's like bam, bam, bam. 24/7. We're making
metabolism.
So is made from my fat.
Okay. Yeah, your fat's like a camel.
Well,
you say camels have water in their humps? You have
I guess
in your balls or whatever.
And I'm just coming my weight loss. And I've thought about it. I'm like, like let's say next year decide to have a child. You don't want a child made of, like, if I have a baby now, my jizz is made of bread and Diet Coke and cheese.
Yeah, that's so bad.
And like Domino's pizza. I don't want to have a child made of Domino's pizza.
No, it's come a big
you gotta
pepperoni.
eat like steak and like pomegranates or whatever. They say you are what you eat, but you jizz what you eat as well.
Yeah. You can eat your jizz.
Maybe the secret exactly is if you eat jizz straight from the source, maybe you'll have the best jizz. So, if you're gay, swallow and then...
Yeah, and spit it in a straight man's mouth.
No, in a woman's vagina or whatever, and make a baby.
Make a baby.
You know?
Do something productive.
Yeah. Pride Month.
Pride productiveness.
But isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I have a nephew.
I came my fat. I came my fat.
It's part of your... It's not like... Is it fat? It's not fat.
Yeah.
Is it fat?
Well, the body's like, I need to produce.
Yeah.
I need to produce energy.
Okay.
I need to produce these cells.
Yeah, it's part of your.
There's nothing has been inputted in my body for like 30 hours.
Yeah.
So it had to because what happens? Okay. I was hoping this would get a laugh, but it never does. But
what?
That's my life with Gabe. It's okay. But I'm like. The body takes the fat to create energy because you're not burning, so it starts making ketones or whatever. So it changes the source of energy from the food you eat to fat. So everything it produces comes from the fat, right? So it had to produce sperm from fat. I'm assuming, based on my limited knowledge of biology.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it?
Where is it gonna make it from then?
It's probably like I don't. Okay, you're not saying it's converting fat into cum.
It is. It's literally.
But I don't think that's how it works. It doesn't.
There's a few steps.
Okay.
I'm not coming like fucking.
It's like it's like bacon grease coming out of your balls now.
Yeah,
it's so nasty.
But it's bacon grease. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
So what are you?
Orgasm.
So are you pooping?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, here's the thing: is that I'm like, I'm fasting, so I'm just gonna have a Diet Coke. But the thing is, after not eating for 40 hours, dude, you drink a Diet Coke, your body is like, what the hell are you putting in me?
Are you feeling hunger?
So and then I diarrhea like fucking 10 minutes later.
It's funny how I laughed at that part.
Yeah,
diarrhea.
You make me like I'm a man who believes in his joke. You make me worry that my jokes are not funny.
Why? We're just.
But I'm gonna try it on stage. We'll see if we can get a laugh.
Oh, I did.
But I had diarrhea, Diet Coke. I'm like, what am I pooping?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just water coming out of my butt.
You should taste to see what it is.
Okay, I'll let you. I'll call you. You can come. You can give me your honest opinion. Do I get hungry? Well, here's the thing. I decided I'm gonna do it once a week now, because it's a nice challenge, you know. Like I said, I went for a walk. I did my push-ups, my chin-ups, my squats, I worked out.
Yeah.
But I was still, you know.
Yeah, I've been going to the gym in the morning. I've been waking up early and going to the gym because I find myself, if I go in the afternoon, I'm like rushing the whole day. This way, like I get out of the way and then I can just work and do my leisurely.
Yeah.
And then I can choose what to do and instead of like, I gotta do this. Now I go to the gym. It's so much nicer in the morning, but there's a crew of people that go to the gym every morning and they all are like, they all seem to be like best friends, and it's like 30 people. They're always like,
yeah, they're conquering the day.
Yeah,
like, ooh, we're the 1% or whatever.
Yeah, well, they all look like like there's one lady that like, for the whole time I thought she had like one arm. I was looking at her, and then she had her arm. It was like just behind her, and her arm was like always like this. But like for some reason, the two hot trainers are like flirt with her nonstop, and she's like 7 years old and one. Yeah, she must
give really awesome. Jobs,
yeah. And then there's like some lady that's always doing business calls on her phone as she's like swearing at the
YMCA.
At the YMCA, and then there's like there's like one old bald guy that has like a mohawk. I don't know if it's like glued on, and all he does is walk around angrily. Yeah.
Well, they say that if you want to meet hot mamas, like hot milfs, you gotta go to the gym early in the morning, like 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's so early.
Because they get it out, like like if you're. I see them when I do corporates. When you do corporates, you meet normal people. And normal people are so oddly shaped. It just blows my mind. You meet a guy who's shaped like a triangle. It's crazy. You meet a woman. She's a rectangle. She's a little like you see her from the back. It's like a cloth on a rectangular prism. Because they're just ugly. You have 3 kids and you just stop carrying your body. So
that's brutal.
They don't work out. They don't have time. So everyone is oddly shaped. And then from time to time you see she's the hottie of the school or whatever. She's the hottie of this group of friends. She's the one who works out. And it's a woman in her late 40s, but she's still she dresses very well. High heels, long legs, works out all the time. You're like, oh, you're the hottie, and she shines so much.
Yeah, she's
in front of the ghouls.
Yeah,
and the monsters
she's
around her.
She becomes like the representative of some sales team.
Just so much power that comes with
team lead.
Yeah.
I have a little cousin that's like, I think he's 13 or 14. I don't think he listens to this, but like he started going to the gym.
Nice.
And he's like 13, and he's like this little kid, and he's finally like hitting puberty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing he's 13 or 14. He could be older. I don't know, but I don't know anything about my family apparently. But he's like you can tell what these kids are like now because he's 100% like borderline alt-right. Because in his caption was like pride, more like humility and humbleness, and then it just shows like a symbol of a cross and a muscle.
Yeah, he's gonna be a bad boy. It's okay. Listen, he's it's the new incel generation. He's not getting laid. That's why he's working out so he can get laid. Because he listened to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's like, you gotta push ups. You gotta blah, 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 blah. And let's be honest, you gotta be in shape. Especially you don't want to be a fat 16-year-old.
No.
It's a high school footballers that
he's gonna be like in high school ripped.
Especially at 13, he's working on just pure stamina. Yeah. There's nothing. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't know.
He's not like making sure he's full motion. He's just This is the regiment of a 13-year-old.
It is awesome to see.
It's awesome to see. Yeah.
Well, in 5 years it'll be awesome to see. And if he's not my cousin,
it's okay. That's good. Let him. I'm happy. No.
Yeah, maybe we'll hang out one day.
He'll fall in love. Or here's what happened. Probably he had a heartbreak, as all 13-year-olds do, and he's like, I'm gonna show you, which is good. It's a good feeling to have. To like, I'm gonna come out a winner.
I wonder. Jeez.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, he's 13. He's discovering himself, his feelings. He doesn't know how to read his feelings. If you're listening, buddy, just keep doing push-ups. You'll feel much better. Jog is gonna be good for you. Don't just do.
Yeah. He lives like in a nice neighborhood, so there's like parks. That'd be good.
Don't worry, you'll get laid. You'll get your sucked. It's just a question of time. You're too young. You just don't know what to do with your. Just keep rubbing it. Just do your homework and then come. That's what I recommend.
There's a couch somewhere you can hump. 15 minutes.
Let me go get you the Coke.
Coca-Cola. I'm not sure what the crime was, but Hunter Biden got like convicted as a felon today.
Oh, it's official?
Yeah.
I think it says he bought the gun while he was under crack or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, America, man.
I
You
know.
are awesome.
And there's a picture of like him hugging his dad. And then I think like Biden said, or Joe Biden said that he's not going to pardon him. And people, like everyone in the comments are like...
pardon your son. You're going to die in like 5 minutes.
But they're saying he can pardon his son because if he does, then Trump will then say, see, look how rigged it is.
Yeah, so
right?
he's... Biden.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. President of America, you're 85 years old. Come on, just you've pardoned your son all his life.
Yes.
He banged your other son's wife or something.
Oh,
apparently.
he did?
Yeah, apparently after his brother. Wait, something. You know what? I mean, I might be inventing the story, but apparently he banged someone's wife or whatever. Yeah, he did crack. He banged hookers. He sucked toes. Just pardon him, bro.
I'm starting to think that Hunter Biden is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Like he looks like if you want to party with someone, he's not like you're gonna be your confidant.
No,
he's not gonna be your best friend giving you the best advice.
No, nothing
but he's
like that.
Let's party.
Like if you see this guy wandering the road, like that, there's a few back in the day there would be like weirdos and creepy people and insane people that I would run into once a month for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would be like, that guy's awesome. I never want to see him again, but that guy's awesome. There's people like that in the scene that I know that I don't want anything to do with. I don't want to talk to really that much, but I'm glad that I said hi to him.
Yeah. People are like, I want to see you only on stage. You're pure entertainment. You're the light of entertainment. You don't need a spotlight. You are the light. You just entertain, but like I can't have a conversation with you. You go blabber, blah, 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 and then leave the stage.
Yeah, I'm glad I said hi. Not even that, but and then so what I'm thinking is that Hunter Biden should come on the Trump side.
Oh, whoa!
I think
Dude,
that's.
I have a feeling
it's like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, man.
Hunter Biden looks like a guy who would vote for Trump.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah, Hunter Biden, can I be your father? It's not like, can I? Come on. Dude. You know you want to party. You don't want to party with your dad.
No.
All your life you avoided him. You lived in like European country banging hookers because you don't want to hang out with your dad.
He's so much more like Trump than he thinks. Like he's the
Dude, America's so fun.
I know.
All we have is this prime minister.
I know. And there's no one opposing him either.
Dude, I've been touring, performing in front of English most of Ontario, and no one ever goes, I can't believe you made a joke about Trudeau. No one likes Trudeau. Not even you used to be the LGBTQ people.
Yeah, they hate
the rainbow people, but even now the rainbow people are like he supports Israel. He doesn't support Palestine. No. So no one likes him. Who likes? Maybe my mom, because she doesn't follow the news.
Also, she's like he's like nice and quiet. He just because if you don't watch the news, you just assume he's doing all nice stuff, right?
Yeah, because if you look outside, too, like everything's nice.
Everything's nice. Yeah, maybe
inflation sucks, but other than that,
and there's gonna be a debate: Trump versus Biden, June 27th, which would be cool.
That's it. They're gonna do it.
Well, they're switching. You know how like the Mike Tyson and Logan Paul one got canceled. This one got replaced on Netflix.
Really?
That should be on Netflix. Netflix should just do everything live. They should just buy every NHL team.
Yeah.
Buy every like NBA team. I would watch sports again if it was on when I wanted it.
You wouldn't watch sports. You don't have time. Your girlfriend wouldn't allow it.
You know what I wish I was into? Listening to the ball game. That would be really cool. I hear everybody have AIDS, and then I'm like, he's got to swing and run.
Yeah, I used to listen to that when I was very young.
Really?
Yeah, you would be in the car, and my brother was a big fan of baseball, and I wanted to hang out
cool.
with my brother, and he would like, let's say we'd be in the car, like, let's listen. I did it a couple of times.
You know what?
You don't really listen. You just like just the guy's voice. You know that voices we don't have that is reassuring and calm. And when you guys listen to this podcast, you're like, we can have this in the background because it's so soothing. Yeah, we don't have that at all. We are chaotic.
Yeah,
no one laughs at no one's jokes. It's just burps and ideas.
Yeah, it's true. When you said like it's us all, it's really just you hear the guy's voices like it's going on the line, it's going on, and it's going. Oh my God, you miss, and then going back, and then like as it goes to the other side of the net, like in hockey, the guy he's all like, and it's getting further and further, and it's got he got it. Oh,
wait, did you say the net?
Like, you know, in hockey.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, there's no.
I never listened to baseball. I've listened to hockey.
Yeah.
But you know what's awesome too? When you watch hockey on TV, you don't hear the crowd at all. Yeah. You just hear like the nothing. You hear like the ice a bit. You hear like the puck, and you hear the reporters, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm watching a different hockey. Yeah.
And then in the radio hockey, all you hear is and then it's like a guy yelling amongst them trying to. It seems like you're back in the 80s or the 70s, you know. Now we're just.
Now you watch this, you can literally like put a. I bet the future is like you wear those goggles.
That'd be awesome.
Google goggles. What do you call them?
Oculus.
The Oculus, and you are Patrick Roy or whatever. I don't know who plays. I haven't watched.
Me neither.
I don't know any names. I know now it's the second Cup Finals. No. Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. I used to watch it when I used to work at a bar, so it would be on, and I would be like, pretend to be into it because I can.
I'm into football once every 4 years.
Yeah,
like,
that's
when I was
fun.
young, I'm like, let's watch countries. You know?
Yeah, like Brazil or like Italy or Greece.
It's a healthy way to get your yearly dose of racism out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brazil.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Brazil and Italians are like.
They hate
Greece.
Yeah, they all hate Greece.
Everyone, Croatia. If you have an opinion, I'm telling you about those Slovaks. I hate them so much. I hope they all die.
That's true.
It's okay. You get your racism out, and then you go back.
And then
to
you gotta hold it
normal.
in. You have to hold it in for 4 years.
Did you do anything for F1?
No.
It was F1 weekend in Montreal. I wasn't here. Did you do?
No, I didn't do.
You didn't leave the house. You're like, I'm gonna.
What did I do? I walked because you know how they closed down Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
I just walked down Saint Laurent once.
Yeah, and did you see anything cool?
I bought I bought a chicken sandwich.
Ooh,
it was really good.
Where?
There's this place. It's like a grocery store. It's like a Portuguese grocery store that shuts down. That makes these amazing sandwiches in the front. And every year I'm like, oh man, I want to buy these sandwiches throughout the year, and they don't make them. I keep on forgetting. They only make them during that 1 week. And
only F1 week. Mm-hmm. And was it a good sandwich?
It's so good.
Nice.
It's like barbecued charcoal.
Ooh, it's a classic.
And then
I want to eat chicken. Oh my god,
I love it.
Food lately. Mm-hmm. When you're fasting and you're on Instagram, you stumble on a food video and you're like I'm salivating right now. My mouth right now is creating. It's like a woman who's about to make love. Mm-hmm. She gets wet. Get ready for penetration.
Okay.
My mouth salivates just by looking at like chicken and like sausages.
I almost ruined my sandwich though because they were like, "What do you want in it?" And I was like, "What do you mean what I want in it?" Like
Gabe wasn't listening to me. He was thinking about his sandwich.
Well, he's
like,
celebrating.
Finish. They messed up my sandwich. Amer, you interrupted a very important fact about my sandwich.
You said something really disgusting. Like, get your pussy ready for penetration, and I was like, very good.
That's why the mouth salivates. It's getting the mouth wet for penetration of Portuguese charcoal chicken.
Well, you.
So how did they mess up your sandwich, Gabe?
Well, they didn't.
They put up my ass. How did it? They didn't.
They asked if I wanted sauerkraut in my chicken sandwich, and I was like, sauerkraut in a chicken sandwich? Portuguese? What is this? Berlin?
Wow! Yeah.
I said no. I said peri sauce. I'm a normal Portuguese guy here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Berlin, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm gonna eat.
We're going to Berlin, boys.
Yeah, Berlin, boys.
And the 25 women that listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I've been reading about it. It's a very apparently.
Yeah?
I think it has a Montreal vibe for some reason. Because Montreal is very cultural. A lot of cool events. Mm-hmm. We don't go there because
no, not anymore.
But there's a lot of cool things like museums.
We could pretend we're young again,
dude. I realized yesterday. Me traveling is just me experiencing homelessness in another country because I saw a video of like homeless people that don't sleep on the streets. They sleep in like a
hostel
like a boarding house or whatever that looks exactly like a hostel. It's like 10 beds in a room, very clean washrooms, but they're homeless. So you sleep there, and then in the morning,
you gotta get out.
And so basically, when I go to London, I experience homelessness in London because I sleep in a hostel. But then in the morning, I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's go.
You gotta get kicked out.
So, and I've always fantasized being homeless. Like my favorite Halloween costume, I went to like a costumier, like a lady who does costumes, and I dressed up like a homeless hobo. So I had like the hat with the open thing.
Wait. What the hell is a costumier?
A lady who makes costumes. Like you can rent costumes.
Oh, so like a costume shop?
A costume shop, yeah.
Oh.
But it was a lady, like, she tailored it to my size.
No way.
So
you
I
can
had,
do
like,
that?
Like a jacket.
No wonder you wanted me to get a tailored suit. You get tailored everything.
I get tailored the homeless clothes. And I just found it so ironic. I paid $100-something
That's crazy, yeah.
to dress like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
So they give you the hat with the thing and like the glove.
Oh, that is cool.
So I looked homeless. It was great. There's something about the freedom of just being homeless and not caring. So I'm gonna go be homeless.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't want to stay in a hostel, right? You said you're not a hostel guy.
I mean, I don't mind. It's just that I think I can find a hotel for the same price.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by same price?
Like if it's $50-$60 a day.
Yeah. You think you can find a hotel?
Maybe.
By the way, I stay in like 5-star hostels. There's like really cheap ones.
Yeah.
But I stay in always the best ones.
I know. I just don't like the idea. And I've done hostels 1,000 million times. I just like the idea of coming home and I'm like drunk and I'm like, where's my bunk? And I step on a guy's hand. He's like, Fisty.
Has that happened before?
Not Esti. What's
Wiener
Schnitzel?
Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. I have woken people up and people have woken me up. So and because people are
do you sleep with earplugs?
I do, but also like if you're on a bunk and you're like or you're trying to get your luggage under, it's like you know.
You gotta optimize your sleep when you're in a hostel. Here are my rules when you're sleeping in a hostel. Stay in a 5-star hostel. Don't cheap out on a hostel. Find a most expensive hostel and stay there.
Okay.
Because the washrooms are gonna be super clean. There's not gonna be like 55 people in the room.
Yeah, it's true.
The clientele also is better.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind staying with like people who travel like me on a budget.
It's true.
But I don't want the guy who hasn't showered in 6 weeks.
No.
They'll stay in a hostel that costs $15 a night.
Oh, okay.
There's some hostels that are $15 a night, and there's hostels that are $50 a night.
Yeah, that's.
So I'll stay in the hostel that's $50 a night. You can the one I stayed in France was amazing. It's like Joe. I think it's called Joe.
Oh,
and Joe.
okay, yeah, Joe and Joe, yeah. That's a
5-star.
And I guess also you meet people, and then you can be like.
Yeah, I like to observe people.
Okay.
I'm like a voyeur. I sit down and I sip my coffee.
I'm the kind of guy that will walk because it's like I'm on vacation. I'm not myself, and I'll just go and talk to everybody and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know?
So
it could be fun. Also, I remember going to a hostel in Milan, in Italy, and it was the best hostel I've ever been to because it was like the bathroom, like the hostel. Let's say there's 5 people in the hostel. The hostel room had its own communal bathroom, like a big inside the room. So and it was clean.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? It was cleaner than like it was as clean as a hotel bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then what else? It was just private. I also want a not a pod, but I want like something to cover my body, hopefully.
Yeah. And the one I stayed in France, they had like you pull the cord and a shade closed, so you had your own pod kinda, and I had like a USB to charge my phone.
Nice.
I had a light, so I could just stay in my pod, read a book.
Yeah. But what about hangovers? Oh my God, that's gonna be crazy. I have to deal with that in a hostel. I'll just be like beating up my neighbor.
Well, as I said, just what I do, earplugs, and I have a very fancy thing for my eyes. Once I'm out, salam alaikum. I don't like. I'll hear a little bit, but I mean, who gives a you know?
It would be
I'll live. It's like 3-4 nights. How many days we're going? 29th, 30th.
Yeah, till the 3rd for me at least.
Well, 29th, 30th. Is there 31st?
Yeah, there's a 31st.
1, 2,
and then 3.
And it's okay. So 5 days and a half.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna get to experience. I don't know where I'm gonna go after, guys. If you have recommendations, let me know.
China.
I've been looking at Krakow.
Oh, Krakow. That's
Poland.
Cool. It's pretty close.
Go visit some concentration camps.
You can get potentially invaded by Russia.
So
can Germany. It's
interesting. No, Germany's gonna be tough to be invaded.
I know, but it would be.
No,
it would be.
Germany's not what it was. What it was 60, 70 years ago. Yeah, I think they can 80 years. So yeah, I've been looking at Krakow, Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest.
Greece, but I don't want to go to Greece without you. Greece
without
you
so
would not be like Gabe should be here putting
Santorini. Oh.
Go. You should go there on your honeymoon.
Maybe we've been to Greece already.
But
been to Greece for a long time.
What we could do. So you're getting married next year in July, right? We could go, leave before. You have your bachelor party. We'll go to Egypt. We'll spend a week in Egypt. Like we'll plan it so the tickets
Yeah.
are super cheap,
Okay.
and then we go to London and get you married.
Oh.
Like that should be your bachelor week, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll go to Egypt
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
if we plan correctly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go to Egypt for my bachelor thing. It'd be like the most epic version of The Hangover. They should do that. Go to Egypt
Well,
for The Hangover.
But you're not gonna get drunk there. As I said,
I
it's not a
know.
booze country.
Maybe like black tar opium.
I think there's a lot of weed.
Oh, weed.
If you
They
wanna
seem
smoke
like
weed.
potheads. They're like, hey man.
Well, it's so funny because when I was young, you know, like when you were young, your biggest influence was Tom Green, right? You told me you loved Tom Green.
Yeah,
as a
one of
comedian.
them. Yeah,
one of them was Tom Green. So I was in Lebanon. The only comedy that came to Lebanon was Egyptian comedy movies, and I would watch them as a child, and they were so silly, like the goofiest like faces. Just there's a couple. A guy, I forgot his name. I think it's Ahmed something. One of the funniest guy ever. He's like the modern Middle Eastern Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, wow.
Hilarious guy. Like the
Nice.
same storylines where like if he's poor and he falls in love with a rich girl. Like all those tropes that you saw
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin do. He would do them. And he was so funny. I would watch this. I was hypnotized by how funny it was, how silly it is. And then I grew up and then I found out that Egypt, the source of all these movies, is the biggest consumer of marijuana in the Middle East.
That's crazy.
I'm like, of course they're thinking, all they're thinking is like those silly, stupid, silly, goofy
That's
ideas. They're like, okay, what if he jumped from the pyramid and landed on her boobs?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, let's do it.
Imagine the pyramids were just big marijuana silos.
Just
In the Sphinx, it was just like,
like
a
the hole is just, it's like the God Ra, just,
a giant pipe.
it's just a, I am Ra. That's why there's tunnels. It's just to let the water circulate. You put the water at the bottom to have the smoke circulate. You have the water at the bottom. It's
That's
a big
hilarious.
hookah pipe.
Yeah. Damn. Do you have shisha? No, huh?
Right now at my house?
Yeah.
No, I decided I don't want to have it in my house
The one
anymore.
time I wanted some
We can go tonight.
nicotine.
I'm free.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so. Anyway, whatever.
I still offer. I know you're never
I
going to
know.
say yes.
I want to say yes. I just don't. I don't want like. I can't. I'm so fed up. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to be negative. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, ooh. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking every day, and I'm enjoying the excitement of looking every day. You know.
Yeah.
I'm listening about Berlin, the history of Berlin.
Yeah, I need to. You're right. You reminded me. I need to do that.
You just go to podcast like Spotify.
Yeah,
and type,
but you know what I
Berlin.
did? You know what I did last time before I went to where the hell did I go in Italy? Not Milan. I went to not Venice.
Santorini,
Not Santorini.
Pepperoni.
What's the place? Name some places in Florence. I listened to a book set in Florence, and it was like Michelangelo walking around Florence.
Yes, I remember.
And I
Yeah.
went to Italy, and then I listened. Oh, I listened to Down and Out in Paris and London.
Yeah.
And I went to Paris.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
wanted something similar.
Yeah.
I don't know what book would be set in Berlin. Some like gay beat book or.
Well, you could listen to, I don't know if you're a fan of music, but David Bowie, he recorded an
Oh,
album
that's
when he
cool.
went to Berlin. It
Yeah.
changed him. Like Bowie was always
You're reinventing
himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like, okay, I'm going to go reinvent himself. Just things happen.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe
Evolves.
Jerusalem changed me as a person.
Wow. Cool.
It was such an intense. I told you, I cried. I can't explain how much I cried. Imagine the most horrible thing happened to you, and then you cry. I'm just crying, and I really believe I came back a better comic.
Oh, cool.
Just changed as an artist.
Yeah.
About after I went to Jerusalem, I'm like, oh, maybe Berlin will do that to me too, because apparently, artists, Iggy Pop went there, changed.
Yeah.
What's his face? David Bowie went there
Yeah.
also. Hey man, take a walk on the wild side. What's his
Lou
name?
Reed.
Lou Reed, apparently, all during that time. They say like the anarchist movement, punk movement comes from Berlin.
Whoa! Wow! Cool. I want to see some cool music there. Then.
Oh yeah. So
Let's see.
yesterday I went on a walk. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to Berlin techno.
Oh.
And so I'm walking, late at night, just listening to. It's so
I love
cool.
that stuff. Yeah.
I felt high. I felt how.
Okay.
I
It's
could-
not gonna be like how there's clubbing here and it's like everybody in the house tonight. Everybody just have a
It's
good
like,
time.
Ich bin da Sherlaka Rakachung. Oh no, that's not Greek at all. It's Turkish or whatever. Anyways, no, it's there's everything.
Okay.
It's a big clubbing scene. Berlin
Yeah.
is a clubbing
Okay.
scene, and with the clubbing comes all the
accoutrements.
the accoutrement, the leather, the sex clubs, the orgies, the whole. I don't know how comfortable you are with this. I don't know how comfortable I am with this.
Don't think I'm that
I know I'm way more comfortable than you.
Yeah.
Like just going and watching.
I don't know if I want to. I mean, I'll dance. I want to go to a club.
Yeah, well, definitely we'll go dancing a couple of times.
Yeah, I want to go because if it's not, I like good ass music that's like I haven't heard before, and I'm like,
I think
I like house music.
It absorbs you. You go in and it's in Blade, the scene where he walks in.
Yes, that's my favorite scene ever. Exactly. That's okay. So that's what I want.
Imagine this with like a doner kebab. That's Berlin.
Oh, dude. I love that, and he comes with his 2 machine guns,
and then the blood comes out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude, Blade's rules.
Dude, I want to experience that at least once. Maybe I'll go to like Kit Kat, which is like a sex club. If we can get to Bergheim, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can get to Bergheim.
They say like you have to wait in a line and you can't speak at all because if they find out you speak only English, they kick you out. So you have to pretend to be German the whole time.
You look European,
but
I look neo-Nazi. So like
we just have to sit in line and be very disciplined, not to make any jokes about anybody.
Can I propose something?
Let's
say we go to Berlin, everything works out fine. Can we commemorate the trip to Berlin by getting our ears pierced? Dude, because it's like let's
do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
it would be hilarious.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I do this. I don't know which one is the gay one. Maybe we should do both just to be sure.
I don't care. Yeah.
But like, let's just commemorate our trip to Berlin by getting our ears pierced.
I want a dangly one.
Ooh.
One that falls down a bit.
Ooh, I want a cross, like a tiny cross, like a Thomas. Or I want like the pirate
tiny
one.
Cross.
Yeah.
Why not like the Arab moon or something, or what's it called?
Oh yeah.
Crescent moon.
Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
Or just like a little, like a dot, like a golden dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah, that'll be great. We could walk around.
Ja!
Wow.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Ja, Techno. Ja, dance, disco. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can go like I don't know. I was gonna say wine tasting, but I don't think there's wine there.
No, it's beer. You're a beer country.
Oh,
and you're in Berlin. You're in Germany.
It's true.
I think they have like special wine, Alsace. Is that word?
I don't know.
I think they have Riesling. Is that Riesling German?
I think so.
Yeah, white wine, white.
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds nice. That sounds really nice.
Yeah, apparently, I as I said in my listening, in my research, Berlin perfected. They say out of all the countries, out of all the cities in all the countries in the world, no one does Sunday brunch like Berliners. They perfected the art of brunch.
What's in it?
I don't know what it is, but they say like it's a 3-hour thing. Like you sit, you go
That's
somewhere, you walk. Like no, but it includes like you walk somewhere, you sit. They perfected the art of brunch. I Sunday brunch. It's like the world capital of Sunday brunch.
I wonder why they perfected brunch. Brunch seems North American, doesn't it?
Maybe, but I think it's just because they work so hard. They're very industrious. Those Germans.
But
I don't know if your history.
I guess they go to Berlin for like a nice vacation.
Berlin apparently it's like the Montreal. It's so different from the rest of Germany. That's what they say. First of all, as I said, there's a lot of Greeks. There's a lot of Turks. So it's, as I said, it's the donor cap. So basically, the donor arrived, and the Germans like, we can improve it. So that's why the donors in Germany are way better than the donors.
Yeah,
in
Claire said. Claire was like, because remember we were walking and she saw something that said German donor in Montreal. She's like, we have to go, and we ate it, and it was like disappointing. She's like, you need to go to Berlin because they have good donor.
She's been to Berlin.
Yeah.
Did she party?
I guess so. She went when she was young. I don't remember.
You went to the sex clubs? Sexenclubben.
Maybe. She probably, maybe not a sex club, but she went to a club.
I just want to get high off the music and like four gin sodas, double gin sodas.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's it. That's all I need. Give me music. I don't want anyone else. I want to be with the music.
I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes for that week.
Oh, yeah. Let's start smoking cigarettes, too. Want to grow a mustache?
But
keep the beard.
I would have to cut the beard.
No, keep the beard.
Yeah.
Like have a thicker mustache.
It doesn't look good on me because it just goes over my lip, and then otherwise it just turns. It connects into my nose hair.
How long does it take you to grow the? Because if you grow a mustache,
really fast.
I'm gonna grow a mustache.
Yeah, I can experiment and show you. No, I don't. I'm not agreeing on that. I don't look good with a mustache. I've tried. It just connects into my nose hair. My nose hair looks all big.
But I think if it gets bushier, it would. Let me imagine with a mustache.
Not. I have a little lip. I have a little upper lip.
I think if you do like the.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to look at gay men of the 80s because with my face, with my soft features, I need to go like a gay man 80s, especially with the earrings. Oh, I'm gonna buy a black wife beater.
Yeah.
Black wife beater. Jeans. Belt.
Oh.
Earring.
White belt.
Mustache. Shaved head. White belt. Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh, should I get white cowboy boots?
Yeah.
White cowboy boots. Black jeans.
Yeah.
Black wife beater, held the belt, white belt, earring, necklace. What's on my necklace? Pearl necklace. Pearl necklace.
It needs to be a loose pearl necklace. It can't be like a like Marge or something.
Yeah, like a pearl necklace.
Like a loose one.
Maybe more than one necklace.
I'm
thinking like 6 necklaces, like something.
Maybe
insane.
A bracelet.
Bracelet. Yes. Rings.
Yeah.
Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, pinky ring. I'll let the nail grow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ich bin ein Berliner.
And black. Black Doc Marten sandals.
Black.
Have you ever seen those?
For the Sunday brunch.
And a gold anklet.
I like how you're Can I get a cowboy hat? I think this outfit deserves. Okay, I'm losing weight, so let's say by I get there, I'll be like 120 pounds. I want to be like skeletonly skinny.
Okay.
I'm a skeleton with a white beard. Have you ever seen Train Spotting?
Yeah.
And like with a mustache. Yeah.
It's like Dallas Buyers Club.
Do you like Molly? I.
So are you gonna do drugs?
Maybe we'll see.
I don't know. Scared of drugs.
I don't need drugs. When I'm clubbing, I feel high like you have no idea. Like music. This sounds very pretentious, but just the right. Maybe I'm also drunk, so just the right amount of booze and the music. Even if it's music I don't know or I don't necessarily vibe to, but if I'm in the if you're in the crowd and you just forget everybody, you're just you and the music, and dude, it's better than any other. I don't need drugs to enjoy that environment to its full potential. Truly.
Cool.
Truly. Yeah, I just need the
your mind and your soul,
you're sweating
and your body and your movement.
You're sweating and you're
you're
dancing. I think we can get Bergheim.
I don't know. But
we need to sex you up a little bit. What would you wear if let's say we go to Bergheim? Fishnet shirt, please. Come on, you're gonna have a sexy body.
That's not bad.
Fishnet shirt.
Maybe though, because I'm just coming back from weddings. I'm gonna be like eating like wedding cake and.
It's okay. It's Germany. They're like, he likes feasting, or like none of those fat guys that wear. Like, he likes feast. Maybe he guys feast.
Okay, maybe fishnet shirt. Yeah, it's interesting.
Maybe we'll put black tape on your nipples.
Black tape on your nipples.
Fishnet shirt, or like one of those sheer.
Yeah. Oh, spiky necklace. That's red.
Oh, dude, you are a genius.
Spiky red necklace.
Yeah.
Booty shorts.
Also, like a bracelet in leather with spikes.
Yeah.
Leather with spikes. They all match. This, your belt, and this.
Yeah.
All. Maybe we can get you like a fake tattoo.
Fake tattoo.
Can the shirt that is like a. What is it? What's it called? What's a
fishnet?
The fishnet shirt. Can it be short sleeve?
Yeah. So you see the arms.
So you see the arms. Yeah. Okay.
And then maybe how you said like around my arm and like my neck, spike, and then also around my ankles, and then it's all connected by a chain. Oh. So
can you wear shorts? Can you be like really really tight?
Yeah, booty
leather shorts. Oh. Can we? Dude, I'll buy all this. The Good Night podcast. It will be tax deductible. You understand? I'll dress you up completely and fully.
This is so crazy.
With a little like not captain's hat, but a black leather.
Yeah, like a YMCA guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
with that
biker hat.
Yeah. Biker hat, like a Peaky Blinders by like.
Oh, like the guy that wrote Game of Thrones. You know, the
Yeah.
big fat guy. He wears.
Yeah, but leather.
Okay, leather.
Leather.
Yeah.
Leather.
Leather.
Okay. Oh, dude, definitely we'll get in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll get in, and then.
Burger.
But once I'm in.
Yes. I'm gonna have to protect your asshole.
What do we do? Yeah.
Like no 9.
For some reason.
Like, what?
Yeah.
9.
Right away. I just imagine it's incredibly cold in there because the air conditioning's full blast. So,
Yeah.
So nobody sweats because it's all going to be bodies, right? So they need to air it out.
Yeah.
So nobody gets
we might do a couple of gay things. Apparently, like it's Europe, right? It's Berlin. There's no taboos.
Oh man, I don't know. There's no taboos in Europe.
Yeah. I might never come back. I might go there and like, Gabe, I discovered things about myself. I'm into pandas.
You come back, you change the show. Everything's like purple and pink. I guess it's already purple and pink in there, but you make it even more purple and pink.
I'm a German comedian right now. Herr Amer. HerrAmeres.com.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Hello, I am a German DJ. I know I look like a German DJ.
Amer. What does Herr mean? Means woman?
Mr. Amer. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So yeah, I'm excited to this. I think I already know where we can record our podcast.
Oh really?
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. There's a big thing made of glass.
Oh, cool.
Maybe we can. We need to find chairs. That's gonna be the thing.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna sit. Other than that, I don't think we can record next to the wall, the Berlin Wall, because it's a very like Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah.
It's like everyone takes selfies there. We
it's
can just
busy.
sit and then just. It's like we were recording a podcast in front of the Mona Lisa. It's like thousands of people, and we're like, guys, sorry, we're recording a podcast.
Shut
up.
What about like? Is there like a water, like a river?
Yes. It's the Berlin is like the city of lakes and water.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun, man. Donors. Apparently. We donors. Make friends.
Yeah, friends for life.
Ooh, maybe make myself a German girlfriend.
Maybe, but then you have to move to Germany.
No. If life has taught me anything, is that you don't need to. They'll visit you a couple of times and then it dies out, but it's okay.
I don't know. What about the comedy scene? Is it good out there?
I didn't check anything.
I remember I got into an argument with somebody that lived in Berlin that came to Montreal, and I don't know why I even argued. I actually don't even care. She was saying that Berlin has a great comedy scene, way better than London. And I only been to London once, and I said no. And then she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "What do you know?" For some reason, I thought she was dumb, but she's who knows?
Lady.
She's probably smart.
No, I just want to before we move on about the whole like sex stuff, BDSM. So yesterday I'm walking and I passed by a store. It's like an adult store, and they had like a glass thing, and the thing they sell, to attract the clients. And what they had for sale is a big BDSM table.
Ooh.
And it's like a leather table with a hole for your head and a hole for the thing and the thing to hold your arms. And I was looking at it. I'm like, man, if I was into it, I don't have space.
No.
Like, you understand the money you have to make to have... Like, poor people cannot have any sexual deviancy at all. They can't afford... Where are you going to put that sofa?
Yeah.
Well, like, and you know what they need? Sex industry, if you're listening. I don't know if you've ever seen those, like, Chinese videos and it's badly dubbed. Well, you'll see, like, a proper Japanese woman. She'll go, she'll go, hello. What you see here is a sofa. But wait, there's more. And then she pulls it and it becomes like a bunk bed.
Oh.
And then she turns it and it's a desk.
Oh, yeah.
They need to make sexual, like BDSM things. Like, oh, look, this is a torture chair. But it's a children's swing.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a crib.
It's a crib. You know what I mean? You cannot... I mean, we're working so hard. We evolved so much as a society. Like that the LGBTQ, their sexual identity is like affirming, and you cannot, but then poor people cannot do anything.
No, BDSM in the park.
Exactly, you gotta go BDSM in a public park. You don't want to do that. You can't do it in the privacy of your own home.
No. Oh man, yeah, BDSM. Like, I guess you can do small BDSM. Like, you can hide a whip in a broom closet. Or like you put like the mask, the ball gag in your underwear. You can make
it's a ball gag and a COVID mask gag.
Exactly.
He's like, hey, it protects me from both. But yeah, I honestly I think there's a potential untapped
Yeah.
You've seen the videos like of the Chinese.
I
videos
have.
where,
I've seen like different types of these.
Becomes a desk, becomes a chandelier or whatever.
Yeah. I have seen videos where it's like a guy. It's all made up hypothetical situations where like if you wanted to live in a space that's like. Let's say it's like this to that, and then it's an animation. Yeah. It's the most oddest videos ever,
it's
and
so
the
weird.
Guy's like, he lives in this, and then it's like he's basically living like this, but they somehow figured it out.
Yeah, they're sending us
Really
up
odd.
to live in pods.
It's like so scary, and the way the guy's all happy.
If you have a nice apartment and your rent is not expensive, do not move out because that's what they're hoping.
Mm-hmm.
How many people can we squeeze in a tiny like? I see. It's so funny. I watch these videos where like, look, the guy lives in a 2 meter by 1 meter. But
right? It's so odd.
Like he has this much space over his head, so he just has to sleep.
He stands up and sleeps. His computer's above him. His toilet's under him. His sink is like inside his bed. He shits in his stomach.
You want to? Well, you gotta move the table, the bed, everything. You gotta disconnect the hose from the faucet and then plug it to the toilet. I see these videos. I'm like. If rent was like $300 for this, I would move to New York and do comedy there.
That's true. You would. Okay, but here's something crazy. So there is like a long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago, I knew this dude, and he said he subletted an apartment for I don't know, it's like 2 months during the summer in New York, and he thought he was getting a room in like a spot in a room in an apartment. He goes in, it's a corner of a room. In an apartment.
Whoa, a corner of
a room.
A corner.
And there was no bed. You know what there was? This is the most insane. It was like a piece of thing like that dangles down, and it's like a plastic bag that holds you up, and so you sleep like standing up pretty much. Like you're leaning in this bag. So you're like kind of up like this because you don't have enough room to lie down.
Whoa. Say that again. How do you sleep? Like, I brush my teeth. I put my retainer. I put my earplugs. I'm about to disconnect from the world.
So think of like a big jellyfish, right? And you're going inside its tentacles.
Okay, but
instead of that, it's a plastic bag that like covers you.
How do I not crumple and fall?
I think you could lean into it and it holds you up slightly. I don't know how. Maybe there's multiple angles of like ropes that are attached to this bag.
So I'm imagining a bag. Like a big bag, and you just lean on the bag.
This is what he told me, and I was like,
and he's like, I'm just gonna stand up.
Yeah, he said he left. He said this is insane. It's maybe it was a scam also, but like it's the most.
Or maybe you just take the bag, you put it on the ground. Maybe we just put it on the like this. We're like, but you gotta put it.
But then you're sleeping on
then you sleep on a big poof.
I guess so, but the way he mentioned it was like it was hanging down.
Yeah.
And then he saw multiple people.
I
know, but he saw multiple people like.
What do you mean? He saw?
It's a room corner in the room, so there's three other people.
Four other people, and it's like in the Matrix. There's a like.
It's a pod.
And just.
It was so they're all people just sleeping in bags.
What I saw, and that's the truth. I saw it with my eyes. I saw in Brampton a house. So someone bought a house, and you're like, come. There's no room, but what we do is that we set up tents in the house. So you sleep in the tent. You have your own tent. You sleep in the tent. Rent is like $800 a month, and you sleep in your tent. You have your own tent. We provide the tent. We provide the little foam thing you can sleep on. You can use the kitchen, the washroom, but you have your own tent. And there's like 6-7 tents in the living room, and that's how they live. Imagine.
And that's very odd. I feel like it's gonna turn into like chaos. People start killing each other. And and is it all? Because I've seen that, and it's like they say room in Brampton, only Indian women.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Indian men.
Indian men. Yeah. But they don't really mix, right? Like you can't have Indian men and Indian women together. That's what I saw. Like some guy talking about that, and he's like some landlord, and he's like, no, you can't. It's either Indian men in the whole room or Indian women. Otherwise, there's like they just start beating each other.
I dated a girl. She was from Brazil. And she lived in a house the house she lived in. She rented a room in the house. The house was like a $4 or $5 million house.
Oh wow.
Humongous house. I'm talking, dude, humongous house. She said, there's a family that lives in the basement. Like the basement was so big that the family just lived in the basement. That was their house.
Whoa.
And she rented a room, a humongous room. Honestly, the room was as big as my apartment.
What? That's so cool.
Dude, it's like 4, 5, 6, multiple $1 million houses. Like where, like I think she was saying that the guy who bought the house, he's like, I just bought the house myself. and I'm just gonna rent out the room to pay for the thing. I think his rent was like $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $30,000 a month. Like his lease, not his lease, mortgage.
His mortgage, okay.
$30,000 a month. Humongous house.
Whoa.
Humongous. Like the living room was, it was a 3-story house. So you had a basement, first floor, second floor.
Yeah.
But the living room, the ceiling was the whole house. Like the whole
that's
two.
So
it was
cool.
a huge ceiling, firehouse, humongous, like kitchen, huge area. Kitchen, living room, dining room, all one humongous area. And then you had your rooms like on the second floor and on the first floor. It's crazy.
I knew a girl that lived on Sherbrooke Metro.
3-car garage.
That's insane. Yeah. I knew a girl that lived on Sherbrooke, like around the Sherbrooke Metro, and like it's a very unsuspecting neighborhood. Like I don't know, you don't even know what's around there. It just seems like either kind of just like plateau, whatever, you know. But this girl lived in a giant apartment building that like similar to that, but it was more like apartments. It wasn't like huge. It was insanely tall. Yeah. And everybody had their own floor, but they all shared one kitchen. Whoa. So it was like bang, bang, bang. And she lived on the top floor, so I had to go like then bang. Like,
I gotta go pee. And then you gotta go down.
No, everyone had their own bathroom. It was crazy.
It's just they shared the kitchen.
They shared the kitchen. Wow. And it's like everyone had their own floor, and it was like all the way to the top.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. I was like, who that? And it was such a pleasant place to live.
It was probably like some count lived there. He's like he owned the whole thing.
Right. It was
and I was
cool.
like, it's gonna be one apartment and you share. Funny thing happened. Well, you're not gonna laugh, but it's okay. I was driving, and you know how I drive. I drive fast.
Yeah.
And I'm driving down, and it's F1 weekend, so the city's full of beautiful exotic cars. Just a lot of exotic cars, beautiful pieces of art driving around, and they're like, wow, wow, revving their engines. So all the young people, they're like, whoa, cool. So I'm driving, and I'm going fast, and I drive a stick shift. So sometimes I don't brake. I just change gears. I go from like 4th to 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm driving, I'm late, and then my car revs, and I see like teenagers. They're like, whoa.
That's
like, sorry guys, it's just a Mazda 3.
Whoa!
No, I just saw their face like, whoa. Oh.
That's awesome. And apparently Grand Prix they like mess with people a bit. Like there's a bunch of people like waiting to get into the general admission, and then it like rained and part of it was canceled. And then apparently there was like a spot where like a bunch of people had like a really good view, but for some reason like the officials put like black mesh wiring over the view so they couldn't see, even though they bought tickets to see.
F1 is interesting, probably to drive, to watch not as much. You know what I want to get into?
Yeah.
Rally racing, where I find rally to be so much more exciting.
Rally is so cool.
Because they're like, because it's just modified cars, so cool. And they're just jumping and swirling in the middle of.
This is how nerdy I am about rally. So
you're into fan of rally?
Long time ago, like maybe I was 23, 24. I bought a really expensive rally simulator.
Ooh.
And I had the steering wheel,
and
the everything, and I was obsessed. And I was like, and you know how like in rally there's like a guy that reads your direction. He's like 22 up, 23.
Co-driver,
and I could listen to it, and I knew exactly.
Would you be my co-captain, or you want to be the captain?
I don't know. I'm not really good at reading.
That's true. It involves reading.
Unless I listen.
Gabe's weakness.
I can't really read.
There's no audiobook.
I'll be like, I also found out, because I saw my brother this weekend, and I was like, hey, do you have trouble reading?
Yeah.
And my brother was like, sitting there, he was like, yeah. And then he was like, what do you mean? Like, how do you have trouble reading? I asked him, do you go on your browser and your computer, and do you ever click read aloud on your everything? And he's like, yeah, every time.
Really?
And I'm like, dude, we're both insanely dyslexic.
And how did you graduate from
communications? Communications wasn't really
and how
reading.
do you write so well?
It's all just typing. I could type easy.
No, but
easy.
like I'm not talking about the technical aspect of writing.
That's all it is.
But I'm talking about the quality, the emotions you're able to emote in your letters.
That's all it is. But
cards,
if you look at the way I write, it's all like upside down
I don't
W.
care about this. Yeah. This is the quality of your writing.
Well, that has nothing to do with dyslexia.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. Oh. That's literally just the brain disability of being able to look at words sometimes. You know.
Apparently, there's a font.
Yes.
That you can install that helps you deal with dyslexia.
But then it's just more like my eyes get tired, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because they're probably not trained.
No.
It's all training, by the way.
Yeah.
I read now every day.
I used to read books a lot, but then I read enough. I read text messages and shit. I read your messages. I read Claire's. Much.
I read. What do you read? Oh, a little bit of Dostoevsky. A little bit of, a little, I don't know, Voltaire, and my girlfriend's text messages.
Yeah.
These are my 3 big books that I read.
I'm listening to a book now.
It must be. This is like in history, the text message generation.
Yeah.
This generation has written more than any other generation in history.
Not for sure.
Because let's say even 20 years ago, no one wrote that much. You would send a letter from time to time.
Yeah.
But no one wrote. You called. Our parents
called.
Called
on the
text.
phone. No.
Our grandparents, sometimes they called, but
apparently more people wrote letters back in the day. They would write letters.
Not as much as we write text messages.
No,
dude.
yeah, no, absolutely not.
That's by the way. Back then, you had slaves. You're like, go tell my neighbor the food is ready, and you would send the slave.
Yeah.
The slave's like, hello, I am blah 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 from the house of blah blah blah. My master would like to tell you that the food is ready.
Oh my god, that's like their
And
version.
tell him. Just like leave on red. Just wait a second.
That's good.
Or just type. Tell him K.
That's great.
And then the guy would run. That's a true story.
K.
That's you would have slaves.
Yeah.
Technology is really eliminating slavery. It's crazy.
I know. My mom would whistle to say that dinner was ready. But I would be at the park and she would whistle out the window. And I would be like, 2 blocks away.
It's not, like the bat sign.
Yeah.
It's the Greek
the
sound.
Greek mobile.
I went to Ottawa.
Yeah.
I did a couple of shows there. It was nice, exciting. First show. I gotta remember. Sometimes when you do comedy, when you're an artist for a long time, you forget that people have normal lives. And Friday shows are not like Saturday shows. Friday shows, I go on stage. Here's the thing: the day before we were in Brockville, so. And you saw my set on Brockville.
Yeah.
Sorry, in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was.
Yeah, loosey goosey
Oh
out all
my!
over
The
the place.
things I said. I mean, I destroyed.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes.
That was great.
But to destroy in a room full of like 25 meth heads, you gotta.
you gotta go.
Nothing I said should ever be repeated ever anywhere.
It was crazy. We all said stuff that would ruin us.
Oh my God, we all said stuff like if anywhere. Like literally, people were laughing because people next to me were going.
I know.
Did he just? Like there's a comic who was there who literally avoided eye contact with me at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
She's like, very set, man.
Oh,
but
no.
I destroyed.
Yeah.
I destroyed. We sold merch. Thanks Jack for coming.
Yeah, no, it was a good show.
But the thing is, so the next day I'm like, all right, let's go, fucking Ottawa, let's go.
Woo.
I go on stage. I'm like, whoa, and they're like, oh.
No, really? Oh,
There was a couple on a date. I'm like, first date. And it pisses me off that I didn't get a laugh because it should have gotten a laugh. I'm like, hi, hello, sir. What do you do? He's like, oh, I'm in sales. Perfect. I'm like, miss, what about you? What do you do? It's their first date. They just met on Tinder or whatever, first date. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a headhunter. I'm like, oh, it's funny because he's hunting for head right now. And I found that funny. And
That's
they're like,
funny.
oh.
They didn't like that? Oh,
Like, screw you.
yeah.
Then it's Friday. They're all government employees.
Let loose.
But they're not. Saturday was amazing. But they're a little. So I'm like, I got to remember this next time. It's not like if I'm headlining a show, it's different.
Yeah, it's true. The warmed up. Yeah.
It's not only that like people kind of know what to expect from us. They, maybe they know what it is. As I said, I'm headlining, so it's not the same. I'm not hosting. But if you're, you gotta like go very slow. You gotta wait till the drinks are poured more.
Yeah.
You gotta help them disconnect. Because I realized my specialty and now our specialty when we host is that we open a door in people's minds to go crazy. We're very good at like, let's let loose, let's go crazy, let's have fun. We're gonna say things that are horrible, but we all agree this is a joke. We're very good at that.
Yeah, we did the airplane.
We're insane.
That's crazy.
Our shows are insane. If you don't come to our Sunday, especially our Sunday shows.
Yeah, that's becoming our most craziest one, I think.
You guys have to understand, this is how good the shows are. Every week, we have a repeat customer.
Yeah. People come back.
Like every week for the past 5-6 shows, we've had people that was their second, third, fourth, or fifth time coming back. Like that's how good our shows are. We have people that bring a new date.
Yeah, I remember every time they come.
Mo brought another girl. Mo, the guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he also brought another date.
We're like the
No.
first Tinder date
that's
filter.
hilarious. That's why. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's why you don't want to come in the front
That's
row.
why they want to come in the front row.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't know. It's an unwritten rule that you don't bring out like the people's past. You know.
Yeah.
Just make jokes about it. But so yeah, it's our insane show. We might move to another day, guys. We'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. But dude, our hostel show, our good night shows on Sundays at the bar,
Really fun.
they're insane.
Wild.
They're insane.
Yeah.
Especially now, it's a hot season at the hostel, so it's
Packed
crazy.
in there.
It's crazy.
It was so fun. We had
It's
like
crazy.
70. I think like at least 50 people crammed in a small space.
And we had people sitting outside the
Yeah.
showroom,
peeking around the corner.
listening and laughing.
Yeah.
There was like 4 guys that were just listening to Jason
Wow,
on stage,
that's cool.
talking about his Warhead figurine.
Yeah.
That's
That's so cool.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We need to
Yeah.
start charging more money, I think, for that show. I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I don't know how to get anyway,
Man.
but I don't know how to get like people that. Okay, so when people come to a show,
Yeah.
let's say, and they didn't buy tickets in advance, and it's pay what you can, they're very skeptical.
Yeah.
Then by the end, they're like, "That was amazing.
That's amazing.
I wish I brought $100.
Yeah.
Like I wish I brought more money."
I say let's
You know?
keep it for now.
Yeah.
Maybe charge us $5 or flat $10 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see what the. Hopefully, in the winter now we have a reputation. We just did our 102nd show or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
We have always repeat customers. That's what blows.
That's amazing.
That's the best feeling ever. man.
Mhm.
When people are like, dude, I want to experience that again, and they
Mhm.
come back.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
Best feeling, guys. You're missing out if you're not coming. If you're a Montrealer, if you don't come to our Sunday shows, you're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Our Friday show at Club Atwater, it's a typical, cool, fun comedy show. But our Sunday show is just we have a huge stage. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, we can jump around.
I
You-
prowl.
we-
What do you
yeah,
call it?
you prowl.
I prowl. I'm like Chris Rock.
And then
I love black people. I hate
yeah, yoga.
the yoga guy. So nice. All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned. We love you, and
Salam alaikum.
I love you, Eugene. Mwah. Bye, everybody.